Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 1566. I'm your host, Arwin. And before we start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal and the Patreon. That'll be much appreciated. You can always use the support, really. So, yeah. Anyway, the weather today is, not sunny. It's kind of clouded. There's a bit of wind. But I mean, it's still kind of warm. So it's like a clouded but not cold. Right. Right. It is Monday, the 10th of April, 2023. Let's check the temperature. It's probably around 10 or 12 or something. Oh, 14 degrees. Okay. Right, seems like it's gonna stay roughly around that temperature the coming week. Good. Right, hope everybody had a good Easter weekend. Yesterday's show was pretty good, but man, there's still people. There's a lot of people that just don't get it. It's really kind of staggering to me that after so many times of explaining the whole gas not having conventional weight and all that in its expanded state, that just won't sink in. And I think I've been very detailed about explaining it, but I mean, just still the comments come. Every time I do that, every time I bring up that subject in the show, put it in the title, and every time, same people and other people come in and they just make comments and prove that they just don't understand what I'm talking about at all. It's like they think I'm just trying to conjure up something, while I'm basically pointing out where it's all coming from. It's a bit tiresome. And yeah, Glenn Salch, who's banned now, because I'm done with that guy. Like, he's not stopping about it. He supposedly came over to my channel. I basically invited him specifically so he could learn about what I was talking about, and he said he was willing to learn, but he isn't, because I basically made an entire item about it pretty much for him, and he's just not buying it at all. He's not listening. So yeah, there's no more point then, right? Because I'm not just going to be talking about that over and over and over again just to try to tire you out, because it's tiresome to me. It's tiresome to keep having to explain it over and over again. I mean, at the end of yesterday's show, I got even a bit flustered because I was just getting fatigued from having to explain it for the 20th time. And then I probably mixed up a couple of the terminologies and all that. But, I mean, what did you expect would happen? Right. Anyway, I was kind of glad that Adam Meakin was at least there also to basically assist, because he gets it at least. For some reason, though, I seem to be the only flat earther that really brings this up as a subject. Nobody else has done that. I mean, not even the flat earth debates, even though I have brought it up. It's not been like a subject. Not at flat sides either. And there's even still people out there now still again having doubts about relative density and all that. It's just like the same shit over again. Hey Tiger Bear, first in chat, good to see you. The pinch? I don't know what you're talking about. Right. So yeah, sleeping has been very interesting. Like, since the whole unhooking thing that I brought up yesterday. Because it seems like my dream mechanisms have altered somewhat. They become more detailed. Like per default. It's kind of weird. It's kind of funny. I think that hook might have actually been an obstacle within my dreaming. Like that it would diminish that or something. Makes sense. Because, yeah, I was kind of overburdened by visions and shit in the past, and then, well, such a mechanism is only logical to fall into place to basically get it off my system, because I didn't want it. Eventually, it felt like the dream was trying to drag me down, like it got control. And we're talking about decades ago. Effective teaching has a pinch. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but I mean, yeah, a good teacher will, if you want to get through to people, then you will get resistance. If that's what you're talking about, then I understand, Tiger Bear. Hello, by the way, Slow Mo Moon Buggy, good to see you. Yeah. What? Okay, Slow Mo Moon Buggy. I don't know what you're talking about. But that does sound very typical. I mean, they do like to present, oh, look at what we found with our amazing telescope, and then it's just some old image that they basically pretend is some new footage. So, yeah, but I don't know specifically what you're talking about, the image you're talking about. Just send a short clip if you want to see it. Sure. I mean, you have a wrench. You could post a video with a timestamped link. Hey, Richard G, good to see you. Right, did anybody watch Glowbusters or anything? I didn't, but because it's not my time slot anyway. But did anybody check it out? Oh, right. Okay. So that's the image. And that's the one they used. Wow. So they basically just used the old stuff and spruced it up. That's ridiculous. But yeah, good spot. Then thanks for the link. Yeah, that you're dead on target. Anyway. I could show it on screen, I think. Right, just to show you the visual of it. Right, so it starts off with the footage from the old
Send for Clarence.
television. This, right? So yeah, that's the old stuff. And here is the new stuff. Yeah, they did alter some things, but not a lot. It's like been obviously hand worked on. Right. Anyway, yeah, thanks for the link. Is it the same? No, it's not an object, and it did actually change. Yeah? I literally just said that. How do people do this? Guys? I'm asking you, how do they do it? I just said, look, they did change some things, and then somebody comments afterward, it's the same, it will not have changed. Or are you... you might just be making an open statement there. Okay, never mind. It's better quality pic. No, not really. There's something altered. Some things were taken away, and others added, star-wise. You could see it in the transition part. Yeah, 10 billion, absolutely absurd. Right. Yeah, well, George Sandford, it's not really great when you realize that all that money that is being spent on that shit is actually being reinvested in exterminating humanity. Same goes for a lot of the profits that were made, like 2 years ago. by a certain mega corporation, a couple of them, right? I mean, it's already been figured out what it's getting reinvested in World Economic Forum projects and shit. Like, that's what they actually do with it. And I bet that frickin' NASA does exactly the same thing. Right? Like, every time they steal money from us, they use that money to destroy us. You see? It happens every time now. Right, anyway, hello, Blue Pill Devolution and George Sanford. Anyway, yeah, so I could talk about whatever today. Don't really have a subject at hand. Can't sleep? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, for me, it's been hard to go to bed too, so, but I am working on it. It's working out. But yeah, I mean, just one little stream that's like halfway exciting past 12 and it kind of screws up my whole day. Or, yeah. Nah, but it's not that bad. They aren't actively seeking. I'm not talking about the people that work there. I'm talking about what's actually happening with that money. Right? Because that money is pretend money to invest in all the technology, etc. But they don't actually do that, so it's gonna go somewhere else. Right? And then the employees that tinker the satellite together, they don't know that. I mean, they get some pay for it, but yeah, that's not. They don't literally cut up the entire 10 billion for pay. I mean, it's just what they pay the people that work on this stuff is just a fraction of that. I mean, $10 billion. You could literally pay 10,000 employees $1 million for that, for the job. You think that they did that? I don't think so. I think they probably spent like a fraction of it on wages. And the rest is all just black project money. Anyway, hello Adamican, good to see you. Hello steampunk punk. Have I seen the Chinese space station footage? I have seen some of it. Hello Moxie. Right, so nobody here took a peek at Glowbusters yesterday? Nobody's bringing it up? Just realized you flashed A30. What? Oh. Ooh. Alright, well, there's 33 in my email, so don't worry about it, Blue-pilled evolution. Well, 33 is lucky. Footage that showed that. Right, yeah. Probably. I mean, yeah, there's this footage where it's like really weird, where the Earth is like getting all warped all over the place. They used the fisheye lens, but then they didn't aim it properly. And so it got a super weird, wonky, surreal flat Earth. Or, well, wonky, surreal Earth under the space station. That was weird. Right, so guys, what should I talk about today? Don't really have something on my mind specifically. It's like a typical Monday, I guess. Never seen it. That's a really silly thing to say, Moxie. They mostly show cartoons. It's like cartoons and models, like props. And only in the recent few decades, it's actually been CGI. But before that, it was a lot of props and cartoons. Especially the 90s was extra egregious because the CGI just started up and they were utilizing it already. The really freaking cheap stuff. like that was extra. That in a way like broke it for me too, because I thought that like even the models and all that were just more realistic looking than that really freaking ugly, cheap looking CGI that they've also been using. It's just like I don't even understand why. Why they didn't just like sit that one out and just use props some more until the CGI could improve a little bit more. But they didn't. Anyway, hello von Neumann. Virtual reality. Well, yeah, with the whole ISS, they are testing that like interactive green screen 3D and all that. They have been trying that out in the last few decades too. But I mean, ooh, look at it. I mean, there's literally mobile phone apps and little handheld game consoles that do that, right? It's like, oh, take a photo of it, and you then have your thing and like a glyph, and it'll know where to put the CGI over the photo of the real thing. So that's literally just public technology, right? It has been for over a decade. Alright, you have all these stupid little games and shit. You download the app on your mobile, and then you have a card, you put it down, and then you can film the card, and you can see these figurines on the card being rendered by the program, by the app, over the photo. That's like common stuff now, for quite a while. So have they been testing that over at NASA? Or are they like on purpose screwing it up all the time? Are they... I really wonder sometimes if NASA is like doing the shitty stuff on purpose just to take the current tech development and then shove it in everybody's face that's watching that is what they're using to fool you. It's like they really want you to see it. They really want you to see that they're just bullshitting. Like they make effort for it to muck up so that you'll start to potentially figure out what they're doing. I really think that it just... Because otherwise, a magician that's just there to amaze you with his tricks is not gonna fuck up like that every time. Yet, NASA continually fucks up the CGI. Continually. With their live supposed performances on the ISS. They continually do that. So I really wonder, are they just utilizing the latest CGI trickery technology and then fucking it up on purpose? Being sloppy on purpose so that the viewer has the opportunity to recognize the trickery. Because otherwise it just makes no sense that they keep mocking up like this using typical technology that's just out. And that they should be able to use it more efficiently without messing up. Right? So are they messing up on purpose? Is it all just a giant attention-grabbing operation, or Is it there to filter out those that are like, no, I believe whatever they tell me, no matter if I have proof it's fucking fake in my face. They have to kill me to convince me that it's fake. Right? Is that what they're trying to accomplish? Just to separate the fanatical religious followers from halfway common sense people? But yeah, I mean, that's just gonna create more flat earth though. On the long run, it's only creating enemies, and still be people compartmentalize. Yeah, NASA's fake. Yeah, they're screwing it up, and they faked the moon landing. They're hiding the real moon landing, etc., etc. They got secret moon base, blah blah blah. But flat earth, no, right? There's still those. So I'm just wondering, like, what the hell is their objective by doing the things the way they do it? Screwing it up continually. Never seen F-ups, or really you never seen an astronaut drop a screw which then hard falls down, cling. Have never seen an astronaut float right next to a glass of water standing on the table perfectly flat and still in space. You've never seen that before, Moxie. Sure, you've never seen any fuck-ups. Ever. Okay. Bubbles in space, the helmet filling up with water, and I mean, are they just fucking up on purpose just to train the followers, the fanatics, how to make up really lame ass, quickly devised excuses in order to justify whatever is gonna happen? Might be that too. What are you talking about? I have no idea. Is that real? I don't know. I haven't seen that dark side of the moon thing. Why the hell would they use Gojim? That's a really weird thing. If that's real. What you're talking about, Godzilla, but whatever. You need links? Yeah, that's too bad. I am not your NASA fuck-up footage peddler. You want to know about that? There's like 100 other channels that do that. That review NASA footage. Oh, look how they screwed up. I mean, even Flatsoy does it too. You might have noticed that I don't do that. I don't typically do it. Because I find it a waste of time, right? I find my meta-analysis of it all, what I just did, more productive than actually reviewing NASA footage. Just, oh, look at it, oh, it's fake, oh, it's looking so fake, oh. Yeah, no, it's just, I'm more interested into why they're screwing it up, because it has to be on purpose at this point, right? I mean, the people screwing it up might not be doing it on purpose, but then the management is letting them screw up. So somebody is allowing it all to happen like this on purpose within the organization. Yeah, you can interpret it, oh, they mock us, oh, sure, yeah. But mechanically, technically, you know? What's the reason why they would egregiously screw up all the time and just have that out there? Why do they use, like, inferior strategy for their magician tactics? Why? Why do they use inferior technology and CGI strategy? Why? Do I think there's lands beyond our known realm? Yeah. I think there probably is land beyond the South Antarctic beaches. And there might be some land north. I mean, there's at least, like, of the land in the north, there's even maps of that. And it's kind of mysterious, like, is that still there? Does it just not, do they not fit it in the map anymore? It's like, right? Because they had the picture that's on my main channel in the background. Like the island with the 4 rivers, of which, by the way, that's what you're looking at. Right over there, that icon of this channel, that's literally an artistic modification of that island. I basically fitted it in a circle and then, yeah, text and colors. The rivers are based on the shape of that map, of that island, right? So is it there? Why did they fit it like that in the map earlier? Is it actually like further north? And they just thought like, no, we'll put it right there. So like, just as a reminder that it is there, but it's actually further north within the map projection. Could be. No, there is no center, Tiger Bear. I don't think there is a center. Yeah, I think that the Earth is rectangular looping and there is no center. Right? And however the North connects up, like whatever's beyond there, there is also a chance that the land beyond the North simply connects up to the land beyond the South. Right? I mean, if it's already kind of blatantly looping east to west, then what would exclude you from the possibility that it's also looping north to south? Yeah? I mean, it's not like really in your face right there, because east to west is still within our realm. We can basically relatively easily, if we do it, physically measure the equator, we can see and prove that it might be looping, right? In that sense. Going in a straight line, like a dead-on straight line, ending up in the exact same location, yeah, looping. North to south, however, is a little bit more difficult because you gotta actually go past the poles, the pole region, right? And then figure out if that connects, or if there is a dead reckoning barrier of some kind. What? Okay, Flipmaster. Sorry to hear that, I guess. What a weird entry, but anyway, yeah. Everyone mocks Godzilla? Oh, really? Everybody mocks Godzilla. Why? Moxie. Yeah? What are you talking about? Don't fall back in your troll ways because you're still on probation. Wow, 28 watching. Alright. Yeah, I've been having like a lot of new subscribers, by the way. I'm at 144. Right. So yeah, I think that if I will keep this going for half a year, there's a good chance that I'll even like reach 1,000 subscribers. Or like 500 or something, because it's like it's fast and it keeps growing. It's not like, oh, it's slowing down. No, not really. So I'm like getting roughly 20 subscribers a day. This is good. A lot of people are finding my channel again. And I got more viewers than I usually expect. I mean, the chat participant is not an accurate reflection of the amount of viewers. There's more people watching, like afterward. A lot of them like to watch my show, but it not live, they just can't. It's too inconvenient a time slot for them. Yeah. Right, but anyway, yeah, Tiger Bear, I mean, Mount Meru, right? Also known as the mythical magnetic mountain. Well, it would be highly illogical for that to be there at this point. It might have been there originally, right? But if it would still be there, then why the hell would the magnetic North Pole shift? Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense. If there is a magnetic rock, then it should basically be anchoring whatever magneticism is going to go around terrestrially, right? But the magnetic pole shifts north, so that actually proves against there being some central magnetic influence like that. How could a mountain move? It isn't moving, that's my point. Who said it shifted? The magnetic pole shifts, like measurably. It has shifted, it's going towards Canada. Have to be at the pole. It's just that the compasses just change slightly. I mean, it's kind of surveyor type work. It's just mapping it out with the magnetics. But I mean, that is a thing. It's been happening for a while. I think also that like ships, fishermen and all that go deep in the ocean, in the Arctic regions, they also have to basically adapt their compass and all that. Or their maps, utilizing it because of the pole shift over time, I think. I don't know, I should ask some of them. Maybe they don't really care about magnetics anymore anyway, they're just using GPS. Just using triangulation, radio-based. So the mountain is still there? No. But there might not have ever been a mountain, or it might have been harvested. Right? Think of Avatar. They might have literally just gone there and frickin' harvested it all. Just chopped down the mountain and used it. Who knows what it's even comprised of? If it was there. I don't know, man. There might have never been a magnetic mountain. Because, well, magnetic poles are shifting. That makes no logical sense if there was a magnetic mountain in a set location. Some say, yeah, there's gigantic amounts of mythologies, surrounding it. But I really think that a lot of this stuff is literally not from physical experience, but a lot of it is just literally taking hallucinogenics, going in the other dimension, and then seeing a spiritual representation of the realm. I have been through that! Literally, I have seen the Black Sun. Yeah? As a spirit. I asked about it. Yeah? The way to get out of the dream setting is to go into it. Is to fly right into the Black Sun and then you wake up. And it did work, by the way. So, yeah. Dude, I've seen a dome. Like, I was in the dreamscape, in the vision, this part of it. And it was like, yeah, they convinced me it's a dome. Like, okay, we can't see it. So then they literally like altered the simulation of eye function so that I had no limit. It's like unlimited resolution. And so I could suddenly like see, supposedly within that vision, the dome that surrounded the entire flat Earth. I could see it. There was no more limit in my vision for some reason, right? Yeah, guess what? None of that actually convinced me that it's physically real. Yeah? None of it. Yeah, and the freaking black hole sun, yeah, it wasn't like concealed anywhere. It was just in this freaking sky. Well, guess what? There's no fucking location on this Earth where you're gonna look with your physical, tangible eyes and you see a black sun. Okay? It doesn't physically exist. It might exist in the dream realm. Like the dark world. I call it the dark world for a reason, right? Kind of like the dark world in Zelda. Link to the Past, yeah? Yeah, well, in the Dark World, yeah, there might definitely be this black sun. Just like in the Dark World, there's this really large pyramid at the center instead of a palace. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, but the physical reality is the physical reality. That's not... I don't think there is any physical place where you can see a black sun. I think it only exists in the spirit realm. When the skills from your eyes. Yeah, when you become completely psychotic, maybe. Yeah. When you suddenly can't differentiate anymore between the spirit realm and the physical existence. And you basically start to live hallucinate all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, then you might see the black sun. Have fun with that. I'll keep it separate. Thank you very much. What are you talking about? Big hole with the black sun under it. Yeah, I mean, but steampunk punk, that is like a Freemason bullshit. Right? That's where the Freemason get all spooky, mysterious, symbolic, and then, oh, look, see, it works out with the light. None of that frickin' Freemason thing makes any logical sense. It's a pure, unadulterated magician's trick. That'll just fuck your mind up. It'll make you stop thinking about it. About what is real. Because it's complete bullshit. Absolute, unadulterated magician's trick bullshit. Freaking black hole, sun at the center. Bullshit! What? Oh, he was singing? No, he wrote the text. Oh my god, when is this wanker just gonna leave me alone? Stop whining! To set up a teardown? What? What do you mean a teardown? What the fuck is a teardown? North Pole is a giant ice flat. No, it isn't. What the hell are you saying, Richard? Like, could you stick to English? Right, but yeah, there's some weirdo Freemasons out there. Set up the event and take it down. Okay. What is that, LVA Paul? What are you linking up out of nowhere? Oh my god, what is that? The truth. Oh my god, is this one of those Freemason flat earther idiots? Oh god, I hate those people. Fucking hate that shit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, on topic. Okay, fine, LVA Paul, but I mean, that is pure garbage. Yeah, I mean, just scribble a bunch of bullshit math retarded nonsense on a board and oh, we're so smart, now it makes sense. The total horse shit of that idea. It's just a bunch of non-physics related esoteric wannabe garbage. I hate that model. It's retarded. There's nothing about it that is provably real. Nothing about it. Yeah? It's wizardry. Making shit up. Making it all sound really mysterious. It's just like mysterious storytelling tradition. Being compelling without any evidence. I mean, that's probably how they developed that frickin' model. Just how much bullshit can we put together and make it really compelling? Just like heliocentrism. Yeah, in a way. But really mysterious and surreal. Right? I mean, heliocentrism at least claims to be based on physical evidence. It isn't, right? But that stupid model is just completely made up horse shit. Ancient cosmology stuff. Oh, dude, you can drag in whatever nonsense you like. Doesn't matter. What he's showing is just not real. Whatever the ancient reasoned out, that's cool, right? Like, the ancients didn't actually, like, go everywhere physically in order to confirm their suspicions. Now, did they? Yeah? It's just a bunch of mystical mumbo-jumbo. Right? And I mean, yeah, oh, look who's talking, Arwen, with your looping flat earth and whole non-local hologram celestials and non-space. Oh, yeah, well, guess what? Those conceptions are at least falsifiable. You can actually prove whether that is real or not, and it's not like everything is centered around that exclusively, right? You don't need some stupid idea of a black hole in a hole in the middle of the earth, right? That's just like, no. Because that's never going to be real. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, I think it's more reasonable that Jules Verne idea is realistic than, like, oh no, you go down in the earth and then you find a whole land of dinosaurs. I mean, I think that is more likely to be real than a freaking black hole sun thing sitting in a hole at the center of an assumed to be disk earth, which it isn't. Yeah? I think it's more likely you're gonna find some weird gigantic reptiles in like a subterranean earth than to find that thing. Because it's not a physical thing. I've seen it in the spirit realm. Right there. Yeah? Not a physical object. Never has been a physical object, never will be a physical object. It's a spiritual experience exclusively. It's the only place I've ever seen it. It's the only place where it makes logic that there would be something as weird as that. Yeah? Physical world? No. Not at all. And a whiteboard, that must be true. Yeah. God. I hate that. Does Duper Poons? I don't know, Blue. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe Duper Poons secretly wants to start an anti-flat earth channel or something. But I mean, his videos are kind of ridiculous. They're like really that stupid kiddie shit mainstream baller video. I mean, that video is aimed. That video that he uploaded is like, the way that's made, that's aimed at 80 IQ minus people. The way that it's so dumb, unbelievable that you would have the gall to post that on your channel and not feel incredibly ashamed about it. Like, even if you did believe the globe, you're gonna post that? Wow. Wow, Duper Poons. The depths a person can sink to. I don't know what Duper Poons is up to. I still think that he is just kind of just delusional. He doesn't seem to be like an anti-flat earther just out to get flat earthers or something. It just seems really thick. So in that sense, my original assessment has turned out to be correct. When I prevented Michael Kahn from basically kicking him out, because he thought that that's just a troll, he's just an anti-flat earther trying to bully us or something. But I don't think he is. I think he's just really thick. Oh God, really have to post that, LVA Paul? Okay. It's funny. Yeah, I guess. It's just that I typically don't really want to link up to like anti-flat earthers and stuff, but I mean, yeah, it is a funny video, so that's okay. Right, 1 hour in. I did start a bit late. Still got 35 more minutes. Right, so yeah, guys, hope you're enjoying the show. I could really use PayPal support though. And thank you, LVA Paul, for posting all that earlier. But I mean, I could really use it, so that would be great. What? Huh. Hey, Clutch. Wow, I haven't seen you forever. Hey, LSG, good to see you. How you doing, man? Still busy working? Yeah, Godzilla, I mean, yes. Yes, it is pathetic. I know. Ooh. Alright, cool, LSG. Nice. Yeah, I'm really glad that the work void has basically passed. Really happy for you. Just make sure you don't use any heaters which people have put diesel in instead of paraffin. What is it? You know what I mean. The right stuff. Like did that boss like replace the entire thing? Because I think if you put diesel in that, you kind of have to like replace the whole thing because it's gonna be stinking of diesel like the rest of it, the time using it. Anyway. How's your dad doing, by the way? Oh, kerosene, right. Not paraffin. Paraffin is like candle stuff, right? Weird. Why would I say paraffin? Guess you could have a paraffin-based heater. I don't know what do perpoons mean, LVA Paul. I have no idea. That's a good one. Will you say paraffin? Oh, it is paraffin. What is... Alright. No, wait. What? Oh, it's soluble. You can dissolve it in water and alcohol, but it is basically a solid stuff. Paraffin. Okay. Huh. Wait, no, it is candle. What? It is candle wax. Wait, so it is basically using what is also used for candles as oil to burn in heaters. So that is what it is. Huh. Okay. So it is effectively burning on candles then, except it's liquid candle. How weird. I didn't know that even existed. I've never thought of that. Huh. Oil pepper. Wow, I guess I learned something new today then, because I never knew that. I mean, I knew there's like the oil for heaters, and that it's kind of pure, and I know there's... I didn't know it was basically the same thing. I had no idea. Huh. I just thought it's like, yeah, it's just some oil. I didn't know it was actually the same as is used for candles. That's interesting. I never knew that. And now I know. Anyway, let's move on. But that makes me wonder though, if it is alcohol soluble, could you like take pure alcohol and then just take a candle and dissolve it in that? I've never seen that. That's weird. Never thought of any of that. But like alcohol also evaporates, so if you then dissolve the candle in the alcohol and the alcohol evaporates, is there going to be like this layer of candle wax at the bottom? Or is it going to evaporate with the alcohol? I don't know. Right. What? What is that? LVA Paul. Always lamp oil made. Huh. Okay. Okay, thanks for that, I guess. So it is. Huh. That's so odd, man. I never knew that. It's just kerosene, basically. Huh. The magic of chemistry. I mean, I always knew, like, what typical candle wax, it's not beeswax, was made from oil, like a lot of things. I just never really knew how or what. So, yeah, that's interesting to know now. Huh. Paraffin is a direct synthetic replacement for whale oil. Yeah, thank God for that. It's terrible. Did you just use whale oil for frickin' burning? I mean, God. That's horrific. So thank God that they figured out, like, oil-based candles. If only they'd done that a little sooner, that would have been great. Yeah, Alicia, I know. I mean, oil has been like a real fantastical product like that. The only real issues is like certain types of chemicals that come out of it are just completely useless. Like you can't do anything with it. It's just toxic and in the way. And that is a bit of a problem though. But I don't know, maybe they've figured out even how to transform that by now. But that's always what I learned is that, yeah, fuel or oil, you can basically turn it into a lot of things, but there will always, like, you will end up with a certain type of remnant byproduct that is like toxic and you can't do anything with it. And that just keeps stacking up the more oil you refine. That's what I heard. Now, I mean, chemical industry has come a long ass way, so maybe they've by now figured out how to prevent that. Synthetic rubber tire. Okay, George Sanford. What? Are you saying that tires are made of like rubber from trees? What are you talking about, George Sanford? Their combination. Okay. LVA Paul, sure. Right. And that is kind of odd, by the way, LVAPO. I mean, I don't understand why there's not like bigger rubber tree plantations or something. I mean, if it's really that useful and it's big, only more need for it, right? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of need for tires, and if there's natural rubber that is required for that, then there needs to be like an industry for natural rubber then. So rubber tree plantations. Are rubber trees like, is that doable? To make a plantation with rubber trees? Yeah, exactly. Does it take long or hard to grow? Because that might be like actually an industrial investment. Like, I mean, if we're talking like homesteading and all that, right? I mean, old Benjamin style, then hey, maybe a rubber tree plantation would actually be like a real benefit for the community. I don't know. Major rubber tree disease? Oh, well, that sucks. A rubber tree for the mast? What? Would bounce. Are you sure that's not? I mean, I don't know if like the tree itself is rubbery like that. Sounds like a. It might be a little bit more flexible, but I mean, I don't know. Adventures of. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, okay. Thanks for that. Very funny. Besides, I don't think that rubber trees even become big enough that you can grow rubber trees large enough to even use them as a mast for a ship. I mean, masts of ships tend to be kind of big. I don't think rubber trees even become that big. So, whatever. It's about some silly video game. George uses wooden ones. Come on. It's just getting kind of silly there. Right. Anyhow, it might be an idea for people looking for some industry to homestead towards or whatever, other than just milking goats. A rubber tree plantation, what about that? Maybe you could do that. Although I don't know if rubber trees are like exclusively for tropical regions. Do they handle cold well or not at all? I don't know. tropical trees. Right, okay. So, but could you like potentially grow them in Texas? Would that still work? Or are they like so tropical that like it freezes just one time and they're all dead? Hmm. I'm thinking weirder even. Like maybe you could have like a rubber tree greenhouse. Sounds a bit weird maybe, but I mean it would basically be like a plantation but with a greenhouse built around it. So you could keep it warm even during cold season and then grow it further north. And like you wouldn't have to like continually heat it. It's only during the winter to prevent it from freezing. You could basically open it up during the rest of the year. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it must be kind of handy to have a source of natural rubber like that even around, because you could probably use that for chemical purposes, like making a material. I bet you can use it for all kinds of things, like components. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud about it. 100%. I'm not saying to make tires of 100% natural rubber. I'm just saying like it could be a useful supplemental product to have around. It's basically like wood, except a little bit more niche. But I mean, you can use wood for a lot of things. Well, you could probably use the natural rubber for all kinds of things. Rubber tree, popular household plant? Oh, okay. What? Okay. Huh. Like, by the way, are there any kind of like rubber plantations in the United States? Or is it all just Mexico and South America? plastic. Right, well, that's cool. Right, so you could basically use rubber, a rubber plantation. East Asia? Oh, okay. But I mean, yeah, you could, if you just have that stuff, and then you could also basically use it chemically to make, I guess, plastic off. Right? And you could probably also make things like kit out of it, right? Like the rubbery kit that you use to like make sure your windows are air sealed and all that. I bet you could make that with it, with natural rubber, very easily. I mean, that stuff always seems like it is mostly natural rubber and not like oil-based rubber. It's very soft, right? So you could make that out of it. You could make like window isolation kit with natural rubber, probably. Right, yeah, that makes sense, Slow Moon Buggy. That's interesting, LVA Paul. I never thought of that. Hemp and natural rubber. Maybe that will work. And hemp fibers are certainly very durable. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to make the best quality tires, but it might make some decent quality tires. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I think you really have to get like an industrial expert for that. And I'm definitely not that. Oh, some in Africa too. Right, Mid-America. Right. Well, with the amount of, well, rubber that is used industrially everywhere, it's not surprising that there should be a lot of them. I'm still getting stone monkey comments on my show yesterday. It's like the third one. Yeah, hemp is, yeah, I know, hemp is useful for a lot of things. I know. You can use it for insulation too, that's interesting. I definitely prefer it over fiberglass, although there's always going to be glass industry. I mean, like the internet, right? Uses glass fibers for instant light-based communication and all that. So, I mean, it's never going to go away unless you want to make everything wireless like a complete idiot. Right. This is another weird, typical early bird show, though. Just goofing around, and then suddenly it becomes some kind of talk about industrial products and materials, raw resources. But I do really like talking about raw resources. You guys might have noticed. It's like I'm interested in that. Like, I want to know what it actually takes for all these things to exist. No, like tires, and I guess that I didn't even know that you required natural rubber trees for that. I had very little knowledge in general of like what you even use rubber trees for. I mean, I was in my mind, it was always like, oh yeah, why don't you just use the rubber from oil? But yeah, there's industrial issues with that apparently. So yeah, I've learned a lot today. Yeah, I've, by the way, worked with some natural rubber because you also use it, galvanization, for making casts for mass producing jewelry. Like, you take your ring, you put it in a piece of rubber, then you galvanize it, then you basically, yeah, take rubber, you solidify it around it. Is it galvanize? Is not the I think they use sulfur and then it solidifies. It's a mixture, you heat it, it solidifies because of the sulfur with the natural rubber, and then you cut it open, and then you have like a stamp that you can use for wax models. So I've used natural rubber like that. I mean, there's all kinds of uses for it. African dudes running Mad Max like vehicles and the fuel they make. That's epic though. Someone, boy, that's a cool story. Huh. Yeah. Right, so yeah, a link to that would be kind of cool, Slow-Mo Moon Buggy, but I am gonna round out the show, so it's been nice. Okay, it's a bit odd name, but I mean, it's a name. That's Rubber Plantations ? I think that's pretty fitting for today's show title. What do you guys think? Right. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogans it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, and yeah, that's it. It'd be much appreciated. I could really use the support. That would be great. If anybody can spare it, keep me going. Right. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 1567 on a Tuesday. And of course, I'm going to join the Flat Earth debates over at Nathan Oakley 9080 channel. It should start up any minute. Yeah, there's a link out. Right, hope to see you there in the chat. And until the next video, keep it flat.